Hi, hello, I am Rachel, and as the first presenter, I will be explaining what is the human development approach, while our second presenter, McBrien, will explain why we choose human development approach for this issue. After that, both our third and fourth presenter, Amir and Gary, will explain how human development approach will affect this issue, and McBrien will conclude the presentation. What is human development approach? Human development approach was first introduced in Human Development Report 1990 as a new approach for advancing human well-being. It is about expanding the richness of human life rather than the richness of the economy. It focuses on people, their opportunities, and choices. This approach focuses on improving the life that people lead rather than assuming that economic growth will lead to greater well-being. It is also about giving people more freedom to live the life that they value. The people are given the chance to enhance their capabilities in all areas of their life, both in the present and in the future. Not only that, they also should be able to use their capabilities fully. For example, educating a girl will build her skills, but the acquired skills will be in vain if she is denied access to a job or does not have the right skills for the local labor market. There are three foundations for human development, which are to live a long, healthy, and creative life, to be knowledgeable, and to have access to resources needed for a decent standard of living. Of course, there are many other things that are important too, such as political, economic, and cultural, but once these basics are achieved, it could open up other opportunities for progress in other aspects of life. Human development is about providing more choices and opportunities for the people, and the choices that people make are their own concern. The process of human development should at least create an environment for the people, be it individually or collectively. By creating the environment for them, they are able to develop their full potential and have a reasonable chance of leading productive and creative lives that they value. In general, the center of human development approach is the freedom of choices. The freedom of choices enable people to become the agents in their own life and in their communities.
Hi, I'm McBrien Kasidi Anajama. I will discuss about why our group chose the human development approach. We chose the human development approach for our topic because it is suitable with the factor of the immigrant mistreatment. Mistreatment of immigrant or migrant mostly happen in Malaysia because of ineffective enforcement of the law, abuse of power, and human trafficking problem. However, despite that, Malaysia still attracts millions of the workers from abroad. Two main factors that attract foreign workers to Malaysia is that Malaysia offers higher salary and opportunity compared to their home state, and there are many job opportunities for foreign workers such as construction, agriculture, plantation, and manufacturing sector. Among the examples of the mistreatment of immigrants in Malaysia is that non-citizens suffer discrimination because of its foundation right, which include violence, discrimination, detention, and deportation, lack of access to justice, deprivation of the family life, limited or non-existent health care, education, and housing. To this day, the issue still applies. For example, the issue of Rohingya is also where many Malaysians are angry and want the government to expand them for some reason. In general, human development approach is a method that expand people's choice. This approach focuses on improving people, lead life rather than them being unable to use their specialty. For example, individual has a reason for immigrating to another country. It's likely that they want to live more economically and want to have a more comfortable life based on what they can do rather than forced to do. Basically, human development approach is related to choice. Human development approach is about providing people with opportunity, not insisting that they make use of them. No one can guarantee human happiness, and that the choice people make are their own concern. The process of human development should at least create an environment for people, individually and collectively, to develop to their full potential and to have a reasonable chance of leading productive and creative life that they value.
Based on the human development approaches, to solve the issue of immigrants worker mistreatment in Malaysia, actually the non-governmental organizations from Malaysia and the NGOs from the immigrants worker country could play a significant role. For example, the NGOs in Indonesia, Bangladesh, or other country could support the Malaysian government role in the protection of their migrant workers in Malaysia through the contribution of ideas and data to the making of laws governing the problem of protecting migrant workers. These NGOs with the network strength and the availability of accurate data can also be partners for the Malaysian government. At the bilateral and international level, the other countries' NGO could intensify the cooperation with Malaysian NGOs in encouraging the Malaysian government to be willing to sign a more comprehensive convention on the protection of immigrant workers and their families. This step provides the immigrants better and safer working environment in Malaysia based on the principle of human development approaches. With this, they can be more productive in working and their potential will be fully developed.
The government is important in order to ensure that the human development approach is conducted effectively as well. Even though Malaysia is not a party to the 1951 Refugee Convention, but it is still bound by international customary refugee law. According to the Malaysia's Home Ministry, 756 children are being detained in the immigration center, and 356 of them are from Myanmar, and they are being detained without their parents or even their guardians as of October 26, 2020. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Children, to which Malaysia is a party, prohibits the detention of children for immigration reasons. So, detaining children exacerbates existing health conditions such as stress, anxiety, and also suicidal thoughts. Therefore, the government should first list out how many people are in the detention centers publicly every month. This highlights the deportation process and continued efforts of the government to clear the labour workforce. It will also help recognize and distinguish the differences between illegal migrant workers and also refugees. Second, enforce the law pertaining to companies hiring illegal immigrants and also start internal investigation on corruption among law enforcement and civil services. Lastly, the government should open up the detention centers to civil society and legal teams for them to represent those facing detention and also deportation.
As conclusion, we believe that the human development approach is more suitable to be applied to the issue of mistreatment of migrant in Malaysia because of reasons that had been stated in the video. These individuals are stripped of their right to live freely in the country due to the restrictions that have been implemented by the government. Because of this, these people go through many problems that they are not supposed to, such as forced labor and discrimination. In addition, their capability to work in their field or the hospitality is not available due to the restrictions that have been applied to them, and as a result, they are not able to learn and expand the skill that they have. Therefore, as I mentioned in the video, the government and NGO play a vital role in order to ensure that the human development approach can be implemented successfully. That's all from us. Thank you.